What's up, guys? Andre here, Charged Up EVs. So listen, I have had my R1S for a little over a month, and I've been on 3 road trips, right? And each time, the charging situation was fine, it was relatively convenient, but I always felt like one thing was missing, right? Like I would drive by all these Tesla Superchargers because I couldn't use them at the time, right? Like I've been waiting for Rivian to mail me their adapters, and I'm still waiting and waiting and waiting. So I finally decided to do some research and to figure out if there were any alternatives until that one comes in. And so this bad boy came in, right? So this is my Tesla NACS to CCS converter adapter from A2Z. Now listen, A2Z, this is a reputable company. They know what they're doing, they make good products. So this just came in yesterday, and now I'm gonna see how easy it's gonna be to use this thing with Tesla Supercharger. Because like I said, road tripping with EVs now is relatively an easy thing to do right now, right? Like it's, you know, you go where you wanna go, you charge when you need to charge. But this is gonna open up a whole new network of things. And so I'm curious to see how it's gonna work and how convenient it's gonna be, or how easy it's gonna be and how reliable it's gonna be. But so today, that's what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna go to a supercharger that is near my office, and we are going to see how it works, all right? All right, so here we are at the charger. So one thing that's gonna be weird with these is, I'm pretty sure most Teslas will be parking in this space, but because of where the charge port is on my Rivian, right? I don't think that thing will reach there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and open up the charge port, right? And see if I can get this adapter plugged in. All right, so I got my adapter plugged on here. There's a little lock mechanism here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully I set that up correctly. But I'm pretty sure I have it in the lock position, so we're gonna see what happens. Open up the port. Let's go ahead and line this mofo up. See what happens. See how my Rivian likes this, actually. All right, no status just yet. Uh-oh. So right now, I just got an error message that it was not charging. Uh-oh. I just got a status that it was unplugged, so let me make sure I got it connected. So here we are charging. So I was finally able to get it to work. I will say, a couple things. I ended up switching chargers, but I don't think that was necessarily necessary. So there's a locking mechanism on the adapter, and it took me several minutes to get that to the point where I could actually lock that mechanism. So I'm gonna see if that was user error, or if there was, I'm gonna see if I can get more proficient in putting that thing on. But yeah, that appeared to be the issue. So I was not actually, I guess, putting it all the way in, and so because of that, I wasn't able to get it into the locking position. So we'll see how it goes, but it's working. So I'm charging on a supercharger, and as you can see, we're flying, right? So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here's the little locking mechanism I was telling you about. So right now, it's in the fully locked position, right? And you can tell because open is fully exposed. So I think it was user error now. I think I figured out what I gotta do. I think before you attach it, you have to make sure it's all the way open, and then it'll cleanly go into the lock position. So let me double check that. Okay, so I came back to this Tesla Supercharger because I was just testing out my adapter again, because yesterday I was not able to get it to get beyond this point of starting, right? Like it plugged in fine and it's starting, but it's been at the screen for several minutes. And so I did some research and got some information to share with you guys. Okay, so let me tell you what I found out. So while we did get access to a lot of Tesla Superchargers, we didn't actually get access to all Tesla Superchargers, right? So that last one that I went to is this one here that's right near my house, right? All right, so here we are on tesla.com/find us, right? And as you'll see in the map here, this one is the supercharger that I went to that is close to my office, where everything worked, right? Well, after I figured out how to work the connector, that is. Everything worked, we were charging away, right? Then the next day, I wanted to go to another one and test out and see if I had figured out how to connect that adapter. So let's drag over to this one near my house. And as you can see, this supercharger is showing up in the map. Here's the difference though. If you look up here in the window here, you'll see there are superchargers and superchargers open to NACS. So when you deselect that, so even though that is a supercharger that's near my house, it is not one of the ones that are open to people with the NACS adapter. So that's what explains that. So now that I have that information, I'm kind of fine with that. So now I sort of need to know to be mindful that it's not every Tesla Supercharger. All right, so what did we learn? So it's still great. We still have access to a bunch of new chargers. Sorry if it's weird, I'm petting my dog right now. But it's not all of them just yet. Now I will say, the built-in Rivian navigation was never showing that one that was close to my house. And I just assumed it just didn't have an update, but apparently even it knows. So I will say you can probably just trust the built-in navigation. If it's not showing up in there, then it's not one of the ones that are currently open to people with the NACS adapter. So still exciting, still thousands and thousands more superchargers that we have access to. And so looking forward to getting on the road. All right, I'll see you next time.